Primrose Everdeen. Where are you? Come on up. Well, come on up.
Well, of course, you know her as Primrose Everdeen from the Hunger Games franchise, and now she's all grown up, and we're absolutely delighted because, of course, Mockingjay Part 1 is about to open, and we're delighted to have you here today. Willow Shields, welcome. Great to have you.
Thank you.
Well, this has got to be, what a journey for you. I mean, of course, we saw you in that first movie, and of course, now a few years ago.
It's been a while, yeah.
It shows you, you're all grown up. You're 14 now.
14,
and so that's terrific.
Yeah.
Well, what has this been like for you? I mean, can you put it into words, really?
Not really. It's a hard question. I mean, it's been a whirlwind because it's been 4 years now since I got the part, and my life has kind of completely changed. So yeah, it's been crazy. It's been wonderful though, every step of the way. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, of course, it's so wonderful. Obviously, I assume because of working, obviously with Jennifer Lawrence, she's your big sister in the movie. I assume she's almost probably become like a big sister for you in real life.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially when I was, 11 and 12, she was just like a sister to me. Now she's more of just like a friend to me, and she's like family to me. I mean, I couldn't imagine my life without her now, which is awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, the other thing I think is great is because she started very young in this business, and I'm sure that was probably very helpful. I'm sure she's probably given you some good advice.
She's given me some great advice. I mean, she started actually at about 13 or 14 as well, and we were recently talking about that, and she's just kind of telling me stories about her growing up in Hollywood and having to find her own way and still staying humble and grounded and just working really hard to get to the place that she is right now in her life, which is amazing to see because she's such an amazing success story. Yep. But she's still really humble, and I feel like she's like a role model to me, and that's why I love being around her and hanging out with her because she's so herself, which is good. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. Why do you think these movies, I mean, I've read the books and love the movies and everything else, but why do you think kids your own age really can relate to this whole Hunger Games franchise and why they really get caught up in the story?
I feel like, one, I mean, the books were incredible and they're just so fun to read, but two, I think that there's so many different aspects to the story, and there's certain things you can relate to and there's certain things you can't, but that's kind of the interesting part about it. I think that, the fact that Katniss is kind of still just a regular teenage girl in a way because she's kind of lost in her own world and trying to figure out who she is as a person, but also now she has this other responsibilities of being the Mockingjay and helping all these people around her. So I feel like there's some relatability there, but then also it's just a really fun, interesting story.
Yeah, it really is. It's beautifully crafted. Well, I know you love photography, and I was just thinking, now of course you're just starting in this acting career, but you've been on these sets and you've watched the director. Any desire, you think, maybe someday to get behind the camera and do a little directing?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, but I think, right now I love photography. My dad's a photographer, so I've learned a little bit of that from him, and I'm constantly, like, everywhere we go, oh my God, look at that, great photo,
That's right, so you're always taking pictures?
Always taking pictures,
That's terrific. Well, that's wonderful. Well, of course, Mockingjay, of course, the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, and of course we'll have Part 2.
Yes, there will be Part 2.
Because they split up the last book, but of course it opens on November 21st. It's great to have you here in Chicago with us today, and continued success, and it's great to finally meet you.
You too. Thank you so much.
And Mark, over to you.